This video is sponsored by Moo. If you guys haven't gotten your 15 free stocks yet, use my link down below. Deposit at least $100, and just like that, you get 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, and it also helps out the channel. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. So what time is it, guys? It's about almost noon here on the East Coast, about 11:50 a.m. to be exact, and we have all the indexes up. Look at that. We have all the indexes up. We have the VIX down barely, but it's down about 0.8%. We have the Russell up 1%, over 1%, as the Nasdaq's up 0.7, the S&P's up 0.3, and we have the Dow barely up, but it is up nonetheless about 0.2%. And let's see what the metals are doing. Metals, let's see. Gold's up 0.7, silver's up about 0.8, and then in a little bit, we're going to look at crypto, and we're going to see what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing, because last I checked, those were slightly in the green. So what are we seeing right here, guys? What are we seeing? We are seeing triple Q in a horizontal channel pretty much over the past 1, 2, and today being 3. Well, I guess 2.5 trading days. You guys can see that. Pretty much we've held roughly 273 on the bottom, and on the top, the resistance has been about 279-ish to about maybe 280. Yeah, roughly 280, considering we hit that yesterday, and that's where we peaked this morning. We'll take a look at the intraday chart in a second. So that's kind of what I'm noticing. We're pretty much range bound the past 3 days on triple Q on the 5-day chart, and on SPY, you guys can see that as well. Look at this. We ended up we peaked at about 370 yesterday. Where did we peak this morning? The peak of the day so far, that is. We do have about 4 hours left, but so far, right around 370, right? So this is trading in a channel, horizontal range, whatever you want to call it, between 363 and 370, right? And we can see, again, we hit 370 this morning. Now we're pushing 364. This looks like it might even go red. Actually, the Dow just went red. The S&P's probably going to go red throughout the course of this video. That's what, looks like is happening based on what I'm seeing now, at least, guys. And looking at this chart, we are down intraday from 370 to now 364 roughly. That percentage, on a percentage basis, that's a drop of 1.5%. So just because we're barely green doesn't mean the bears are losing today. I'd argue the bears are winning the day so far. This is a big down move intraday here thus far that we're seeing, 1.5%. And triple Q, same thing, probably even worse. From 280 to 275 percentage-wise, that is down almost 2%, guys, 2%. And it's still up about 0.25%, but it's trending in the red direction clearly here on the intraday chart. So I wouldn't be surprised if later on today, maybe the index has ended up going red. The Russell is still up 0.9%, so it does have a little bit of a way to go for it to go red, but I would not be surprised, as the Nasdaq's pretty much hanging on green by a thread. The S&P, same thing, and the Dow's actually slightly red right now. So let's talk about crypto very quickly and see what's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Last I checked, these things have been moving. Let's double check again and make sure I'm not blowing smoke up your you-know-what. So let's see here. Ethereum is at, what, 1370 right now. Okay, not bad. It's up 2.6% thus far on the day. And based on what I'm seeing, what is this? The 1-hour chart? Based on what I'm seeing here, let me draw out a horizontal line. We are at a big resistance, and we're actually getting some selling pressure here at about $1,390, $1,400, right? That is resistance, was resistance from about a week ago. You guys can see that. About a week, 7-8 days ago, we failed at about $1,380, $1,400. Now we're starting to see a little bit of some selling pressure there. But in the short term, hey, I'll be honest. If Ethereum's able to break 1,400, it might have, a little bit more upside, to be honest, based on what I'm seeing here on, what time frame is this again? The 1-hour chart. And let me actually get another horizontal line, and let me draw it out. You guys see that? We might fill the gap to 1,490. Definitely possible in the very short term. Again, if 1,400 breaks, which was resistance about a week ago, a little bit over a week ago. So let's go to Bitcoin. Let's pop up Bitcoin and see what's going on here. And again, it's about noon right now on the East Coast. Bitcoin's up over $20,000 right now. It's up 4%, over 4%, about $800 a coin here on the day. And it looks like we're getting a nice rally off that 18.5 level, 19,000. We're starting to break up here, which is good for the bulls at least. But if you pull up the 4-hour chart, you're going to realize, wait a second, this could be a bull trap. It's at a point now where we are going to be testing this trend line right here, which if I just delete it and maybe redraw it, you guys are going to be able to see it. If I draw this like that, boom, look at where we're testing. We're pretty much there now. 20,000, 20,500, 21,000. That could be a sell spot or a sell zone on BTC here. But if it's able to successfully break out of 21,000 and maybe go up and test that high from, let's see here, when was this high? Probably about, a couple of weeks ago, back in the middle of September, right? 2-3 weeks ago, we were at 22.5. If we start breaking out of this downwards trend line, we might make our way to 22.5, and then if that 22.5, 23,000 level breaks, then we could really start getting a legitimate reversal, or at least an extended reversal. But to be honest, we're just not there yet, and I'm not convinced that this spot right here that we're going to break out of it. This could very well be a bull trap, guys. You got to realize that. So that's a quick little analysis on what I'm seeing right now on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And by the way, guys, this platform right here that I'm using, which I love using for Bitcoin and Ethereum for charting, is called Webull. Use that link down below. If you guys want 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited, you can use that link down below. And it also helps out the channel. And as always, I appreciate all you guys watching out there. And with that being said, let's talk about some stocks quickly. We're already about 6-7 minutes in. And we're going to wrap the video up a little bit short today. We're going to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. The bears are taking charge. Bitcoin's at not a rough spot. It's looking good right now, but it's at a tough spot. That's a better word there. And Ethereum is as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out over the course of the next couple of hours. And right now we have some movement in GameStop so far today, which is interesting because this stock has not been doing much of anything, it feels like, right? And we could argue that this could be the start. Well, it looks like a double bottom, but is it a double bottom breakout? It could be the start of it. We're not completely seeing the breakout yet, but we do have a double bottom on GameStop at about, well, what price is this? $23.4-ish dollars, and we just have to wait for the breakout now, which it's up 5% on the day. It's chilling in the mid-20s, but we're not getting the breakout, which I think would come if we start at the breakout of $27. Let's put an alert here. Mark is at or above 27, maybe $50. If that point breaks $27.50, we might have some room here to run. Maybe start moving towards lower 30s, and then we'll start talking about mid-30s. We're not there yet, but lower 30s could start coming if we start breaking this $25.6. Well, we're already above 25. More like 27.50, right? Let's see what else is moving today. AMC is also moving, but last I checked, this chart looks like crap. Yeah, it looks like crap. In fact, AMC just hit a fresh low. It's up on the day about 5%, but it just hit a fresh low maybe yesterday or was that this morning? It was yesterday right before the bell. It hit 680. Now it's at 720. That is a very, bad-looking chart in my opinion. The chart does not look good at all, and, it's up on the day. It's one of those stocks that is just seeing a little bit of a move, a little bit of a calming in the the red that it's been seeing. It's kind of just relaxing, and it's probably going to keep going down, to be honest, by the looks of it. It's not looking good at all in my personal opinion. What else are we seeing today move? We have CCL, which I think, when are they reporting? Are they this week? They're on Friday, guys. They're on Friday. Typically, I think they always report on Friday. We can see here CCL is holding, as of now, about $8.75, $9 a share. And if it ends up moving up towards mid-9s, starts breaking these moving averages at 10, there could be a push towards $11.50, $12 again. Well, maybe not again for 12, considering it hasn't been, it's been $12 before, but it's been a while, right? And we have about, $11.50. That's a big resistance right about at that point. So we'll see. We have earnings coming up. I'm not going to gamble on the earnings, but if they report decent numbers, I'll set alerts and we'll evaluate the stock. And maybe it ends up rallying into the earnings, which maybe we can get a quick little move before that. We shall see, guys. But CCL, you got to watch it for this week. What else is moving? Nvidia's up on the day barely. And the truth is, guys, I don't really trust any of these rallies. I mean, we talked about some decent, setups in the recent couple of videos, but a lot of these stocks here, Nvidia's chart doesn't look good. GameStop's chart looks okay. AMC's is not good. A lot of these are just seeing literal relief rallies that I'm not quite yet 100% convinced that they're legitimate, if that makes any sense, right? Because we've seen time and time again little green days followed by an array of freaking red days after that, day after day after day. So, at this point, I'm not seeing any signs of a reversal on a lot of stocks, really, a lot of stocks. I mean, Nvidia, you can look at PayPal, which I've been buying. This tried to reverse, but it failed to break 100. Now we're just like that, back under the moving averages. We have a death cross. So, in other words, guys, you got to be careful in this environment. You got to be careful, and you have to be quick, in my opinion. If you're looking to swing trade in this environment, it's very difficult. Swing trading it's not the same as it was. Well, I guess if you're trading, if you're going long on puts, against the S&P 500, or maybe you're trading leveraged ETFs that go up when the markets go down, maybe it's not much different. But looking back, when the markets were in that bull run in 2020 to 2021, and even before that, right, swing trading's gotten a lot different now. So in this market, right, for the most part, for most people, you got to be nimble, right? You got to be, if maybe you don't want to be a day trader, that's fine. But if you are going to be looking at a trade and you think, oh, you're going to hold it for a month or 3 months, and you think, oh, you're going to be like, you can predict when the Fed's going to do this and that, it's going to be difficult. That's going to be very difficult. So in my opinion, at this point, you got to be nimble, and if you're a long-term investor, just block away the noise and dollar cost average. That's the way I'm looking at it. If you're a trader, you got to be nimble. If you're a dollar cost averager, which I am as well, I do both, but if you're solely a long-term investor, block the noise out. You'll be all right. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up. If you all enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Check out my Patreon link down below if you guys want to join that. And if you haven't gotten your 15 stocks yet with a $100 deposit for Moomoo, each of those could be up to $2,000. It's free money, guys. Use those links down below. And you could also get 12 stocks from Webull. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.